Welcome back to the show. You guys are still watching your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On, still inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. Martin Javier alongside Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure Anton Rojas and Coach Hammer Martin Antonio. We are ready. So,
natuwa si Coach
take a quick
Hammer
look
kasi
back.
nakita niya may nagpe-pre-workout
Na-excite ako.
Bakit? Sino?
Big man ng iisip.
Si Umpad. Nandito, Erland Umpad.
Antayin ko yung laro mo, ha?
Mamaya, dadangben si Umpad.
Nagpe-pre-workout
Mabilis,
bago maglaro, eh.
Yun.
Yan.
Ganado yan mamaya si Erland Umpad. Mamaya po, maglalaban EAC kontra Benilde. Pero bago tayo pumunta sa ating second game today. Alright, pinag-usapan na natin, nahapyawan na natin yung nangyari kanina sa first game na kinover ni Mr. Anton Rojas and Papa Bear Benji Paras. Mapua getting back on the winning track, back in their winning ways, and with a winning streak to begin the second round against earlier, LPU ang kanilang na quote-unquote upset kasi syempre number 9 ang Mapua sa ating team standings. Pero dito sa preview natin, Anton, pag-uusapan muna natin yung mga nasa taas.
Okay.
Top half of the team standings right now. And sitting alone, solo first place, we got the Benilde Blazers. What a run for them.
Who I picked that
definitely.
will finally end their Final Four drought this season. By the way, is the ceasefire over?
Yeah, it is! Labas nyo na lahat.
Just kidding.
Labas nyo na lahat dito.
Before we start the season, diba, pinag-usapan natin sino yung mga Final Four contenders natin maliban sa tatlong shoe-in. So, the Benilde Blazers are looking good. Sinabi nga ng ating kasama na si Ray ng Batak, kailangan mong makapondo sa simula, first round. Nakapondo na ng husto itong Benilde Blazers. If they do not make it to the Final Four, my God, I will be in complete shock.
That's true.
I cannot imagine them not making the Final Four with an 8-1 record. Well, 7-1 pa lang because they still have to play one more game, right?
Yeah.
So, kasi na-cancel yung game nila against JRU. It's gonna be played here in the second round. If they do not make the second round, it might be one of the biggest letdowns in NCAA history.
And they're looking solid this year. Diba?
They play the right way. They play the right way. If you go to the numbers, maganda yung pick ni Anton nun, kasi ako, I was surprised with the way that they played. Kasi very, very disciplined. The way that they're playing, they're number 1 in point differential, under 10 a game. Number 1 in assists, number 1 in points in the paint, number 1 in fast break points. So this team shares the basketball. And ito ang kagandahan sa depensa nila. I gotta give JC Cuellar and the guards ng CSB their props. They've been choking the attack points ng kalaban. They would let you play 1-on-5. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin, limahan ng basketball, pero pagkalaban ng St. Benilde, nagiging 1-on-1 yung laro. Nung nakaraan nilang laro, bakbakan sa San Beda, pero pinabayaan nila si Kwekotay 1-on-5.
Yeah.
They survived James's 28 points.
Career high.
By the way, can I just say, si JC Cuellar yesterday, I was talking to him, he was like a kid on Christmas morning looking at all the celebrities,
He deserves
all
it.
the legends.
He deserves
Kasi diba,
it.
he grew up not here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He grew up in Rome.
Italy.
So he would only hear about Alan Kaydick, about Jericho Diniera, and of course, about Kuya Willie Miller and Coach Marlo Aquino sa kanyang mga parents, mga relatives.
Makinikwento lang sa kanya.
Yun, nakita niya, grabe, sobrang na-amaze siya kina Coach Jerry.
And well deserved. Para
for
dito
a
kay
team,
JC Cuellar, ang ganda
for a
tinatakbo
team,
ngayon.
Maganda na tinatakbo. For a team to be very successful, you need to have selfless leaders. JC Cuellar epitomized it. He sacrificed a lot of the touches that he had for the good of the team. Robbie Naive and Will Gozon, sobrang taas ng efficiency ratings nila. They're not holding the ball too long. They are not creating the shots that they used to create in season 97. But Coach Charles has been scheming and dealing a lot of points dito sa koponan na to. It's their game plan that takes care of the talent dahil nandoon na yung talent.
Right.
And
of course, your boy, Mix Oxon, big fan of this. Great. Ang ganda ng inilalaro niya. Fit na fit sa system. And they're thriving, being selfless.
When we talk about the Benilde Blazers, of course, at the forefront, you talk about Will Gozum, perennial MVP frontrunner natin, Miguel Oczon, Robbie Naive, and of course, JC Cuellar. But one guy that really sticks out for me, na tumutulong sa kanila, and again, has sustained this type of performance for them this season and production, is Miggy Corteza. Because this guy is number 2 in scoring for them. Number 3 maybe.
Guard trap in a big man's body. The way that he was playing.
Yeah.
The way that he shut down JB Bajo. 1-on-1. Taas lang yung kamay. Tapat-tapat. using the length, controlling space, and segunda ko na rin, Corteza, Mark Sanko.
That's right.
Monster on the boards. This guy averaging almost 11 boards the past 2 games at very decent from the outside.
Much improved play from those two guys na nung season 97, hapyaw-hapyaw lang yung
And
production
nahinog
nila.
na rin, Ladis Lepalam.
Yan, oo, sila Disipala
Solid
na.
5-man rotation on their big guys.
Panggulat yan ni Coach Charles sa kanyang starting lineup. Alright, from Anton's pick, let's now go to Coach Hammer's pick. The JRU Heavy Bombers on a 5-game winning streak, 5-2.
Oh. Well, ang tanong lang sa kanila, will their momentum be stunted with the way that their season was na nagkaroon ng pause because of health protocols? But Coach Louie has been preaching hard work. He has been preaching effort. He has been preaching buy-in. Diba? Kung ako si John the Baptist, pinugutan ako ng ulo last season dahil pinik ko tong team na to. Honestly, diba? That's what everybody was saying. But, diba? Ganun yan eh.
Brutal naman
Okay, kasi diba pare, I've been telling people this team plays the right way. They just needed the pieces. Now, John Amores shows up, Rai De La Rosa shows up, and of course, AJ Miranda is there. Nakita natin yung habits ng team. Pag nakakashoot, hindi parang season 97 na parang aksidenteng na-shoot yung tira. Pag nakakashoot, pansinin nyo po, panoorin nyo sa replays, they run back on defense.
That's right.
That's a testament of how well coached this team is.
And every time we get to talk to Coach Louie Gonzalez up there, you can really feel the relief in his voice every
totoo.
time nakakakuha
Kasi
ng panalo. Because this is something that we
Yeah.
were missing last
At saka
year.
ito yung
At
team,
hinihintay
ito
nila.
yung team na
Oo.
ini-envision niya talaga.
Yeah,
With
that's
Rai, John Amores, and AJ Miranda as the in the forefront of the attack, and complementary players, JL De Los Santos, Giab, who is vastly improved, really stepping up. Siya yung pinaka-underrated na superstar ng NCAA.
Yeah.
I still want to imagine what would happen if Coach Hammer turned back the clock and played for JRU.
Could have happened, but didn't
Could have
happen.
happened.
Could have happened, but hindi nangyari. So, but we're happy, of course, for Coach Louie because this team plays the right way. And parang St. Benil din.
Yun.
But they
I was
play
about to
a
mention,
different,
Coach
different type of game. They're
Yeah.
in your face. They're an effort-reliant team just like the LPU Pirates.
That's right. LPU Pirates naman ang pag-usapan natin ngayon. Probably the biggest surprise team of season 98 so far because in the preseason, they did well. They were okay. Obviously, season 97, that was a disappointing season for them. Pero yun yung transition season of the rookies of the Pirates at karamihan sa team na to, bata talaga. But coming into season 98, 7 wins already. Unfortunately for them, they lost earlier, but they're still having a good run.
Okay, earlier, so I said that I wasn't shocked with the win of Mapua because I believe that they're better than what their record is. What I was shocked about earlier was the performance of Enoch Valdez. Sinabi niya in one of our earlier games that in the second round, we're gonna see him 100%. But in this game, we did not see much of the demolition man, Enoch Valdez. Where was the demolition? Where was the aggressiveness? Where was the rebounds? If we do not see that from Enoch Valdez, who is arguably the best player on the LPU Pirates, I don't think the LPU Pirates will make it to the Final Four. And that's just me speaking from what I see and what we have seen from Enoch Valdez in the first round. Laking bagay, yun ang nawala kanina sa kanilang laro kontra sa Mapua.
Kasi yun yung question mark pagdating sa laro
Who will
ng
be the alpha?
LPU. Who will
In
be
the
the
endgame?
alpha? Sa endgame.
Earlier,
Kasi
it looked like Guadagna.
Oh, Godanya,
Oo.
Godanya. I mean, kasi si Enoch Valdez, we know his pedigree. He's an energy guy. He's a guy that would give you extra possessions. He's a guy who plays hard all the time. Offensively, he might be limited right now. He doesn't have a decent outside shot. We call a spade a spade. Hindi siya consistent outside shooter. He gets his points on transition and crashing the boards. Sa second round, tatanggalin na yung mga strengths mo. Yan ang kagandahan ng double round robin. You are now scouted. The coaches would know what you would be doing. Now it's time for the other guys to step up. Kaya importante na si JM Bravo, Mac Guadagna, and Ato Barba take their game to the next level. And Mac Guadagna has been really inconsistent but nakikita na natin yung talagang kaya niyang gawin in the NCAA.
nag-i-emerge no?
Oo, kanina big yung tinira niya. After a timeout.
Kumalog lang.
Oo, eh.
Yeah. Okay.
And I did make a prediction, and this is rare that I make a prediction while doing the pregame. Sinabi ko na most improved player this season, si Maclod Guadagna.
Okay.
Oh,
Pwede.
Pwede.
Although we have a lot of players in season 98 na malaki
It's
yung
gotta be
in-improve.
Maclod though, Mark.
Pwede.
Malaki, Gino.
Pwede. Oo.
So far.
So far si Maclod, Okay. So let's now go from the top guns. Dyan sa top half natin, top 3 teams natin, let's now go to the middle of the pack. And let's start with the San Beda Red Lions finishing the first round 6-3. Coach Hammer.
Well, with
very close
my
with this
San
team.
Beda Red
Yeah,
Lions,
yeah.
anong nangyayari
Wow.
dito? No, I'm an
my
alumni.
San Beda Red
I would
Lions.
always tell this. They've been playing really well, packing the paint,
May
taking away
baller
things.
pa.
Taking away
diba?
things, alumni baller yan.
Yeah,
But
alumni baller.
taking away things from the offense. But, ang nangyayari sa San Beda Red Lions, for some odd reason, the past 3 losses that they had, big shots were made. Guadagna, Montaño had been lights out when they played San Beda. Made 6 3-pointers
Yeah.
and could never be found after it. Giab knocked down a crucial 3-pointer on the left wing against JRU when San Beda was making a run in the 4th quarter. And oh my goodness, Migs Oxon, the spread was 9 points, made 3 3-pointers
Yeah.
on that
I just
game.
love Martz's commentary
No.
in that game.
Yes,
San Beda
exactly.
and Benil.
Exactly. I mean,
what,
thank you,
what
bro.
can you
Thank
do
you.
with a shot like
Yun
that?
talaga.
Diba? What can you do?
I was shocked.
Tinanong ko
I was
nga
like, oh!
tinanong ko si Justin Sanchez.
He made it.
Halos inakap mo na si Oxon.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
testament on the work ethic that has been discussed ad nauseum about Migs Oxon.
I'm just sad that there was no camera on Martin's face when he had that reaction.
Oh, sobrang big
Yes, yes,
shot
yes.
yun. But going back to San Beda,
Ah.
they're playing hard on both ends of the floor. James Quecote has been the King Lion.
By the way, shout out to James.
Yes.
If James is
Oh,
watching,
nakita ko
pinili
dumidepensa.
natin siya, MVP, diba?
He
Dumidepensa na
tried
nung
very
ending.
hard to get that
It was
MVP for
his.
us.
It was
Yeah, it
his
was his.
already.
It was his.
Pero nakausap ko rin si Renzo kanina eh. Sabi ni Renzo Navarro, nung 3 minutes, wala nang umingiti eh.
Pakwakan na eh.
Seryoso na. Oo. Di kita na.
But the question for San Beda is, who would step up off the bench? They are the strongest starting team, but they are the second worst bench-producing team, and they give up the most points to the opposite bench.
Okay.
So yan yung magiging tanong ngayon.
Anton, I gave San Beda to Coach Hammer because he's very close with that team. Let's now talk about the back-to-back defending champions, the Letran Knights. Okay, this is a team that, has had a lot of ups and downs in season 98 and very interesting games as well. Maganda yung simula, pangit simula, kinakapos sa dulo, tapos sila yung nakahabol. Merong mga ganong moments itong Letran Knights. Your assessment of their performance in the first round.
Before I give my assessment, I have a question for you, Martin.
Yo. Sino Martin?
You.
Ako. Okay. Sige.
What is the opposite of floppy?
Strong, firm.
Firm.
Yeah, firm.
I'm staying firm with my pick.
Yeah.
You should.
Okay,
And
for
that
obvious
is-
reasons.
that is-
For obvious reasons.
Uh-huh.
Letran, I believe like in terms of the core, the championship core, it's still there. Okay, sanay sila. They have Luis Angalang, Fran Yu, who, by the way, is very aggressive, and that's a good thing for Letran.
Yep.
To have Fran Yu start the games off aggressive. Brent Paraiso is back. And para sa akin, yung nangyaring suspensions kay Sanggalang
Napaganda para
at
sa kanila.
kay Brent Paraiso, mga good boy na eh. Bagong buhay na, di ba? Every game,
Gumagano na ngayon.
gumaganyan.
Sanggalang, oh.
Di ba?
Anghel
So,
na.
they know what's at stake. They know what they can and cannot afford to do. So my assessment for the Letran Knights is that they're right there. They're right on track. I mean, we're gonna see them right now, middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Pero yung mga bagay na nangyari, yung mga talo na nakamit nila or nakuha nila, natamo, these are the things that are gonna help them become a better team in the second round.
That's right. Oh, nararamdaman mo sa mga laro nila
Yes.
that they're always there.
At
They're still a
saka,
very good team.
Surprising for the Letran Knights. We've watched them in season 97, in season 95 when they won their first back-to-back championships. They're an interior-made team.
Yeah.
They score on the inside. Right now, they're number 2 when it comes to rebounding. They give up the least rebounds to their opponents, and they control the boards during their games. But key stat here, Rayson, Franyu, Brent Paraiso, number 1 in three-point field goal percentage.
Gusto ko yung
Under
Rayson.
34%. So that would be crucial dahil nagbago yung tema ng opensa nila.
Yeah.
But the defense is still there, and look for Letran Knights to make a run.
Okay, in the second round. Now let's go to a team that we expected to be at least in the hunt for the Final Four, or at least for a Final Four spot, the Perpetual Altas. Right now, as it sits, they're 4 and 5 in the team standings. They are number 5 right now, but obviously, separated by 2 games. Etong San Beda, Letran, tsaka Perpetual. I mean, this is a team that's supposed to carry the momentum that they had. A Final Four finish in Season 97, papuntang Season 98, dapat nasa peak sila magsisimula.
Guys, dito ako pinaka-nahihirapan. I do not know where to start
Kasi naglalaro ka
with the Perpetual Altas. I'm good friends with Boss Anton Tamayo. I play basketball there every Wednesday night. But I have to be honest here on this show. There are games that they are beating themselves. Just like that game against San Beda.
26 offensive rebounds.
I mean, that is unforgivable. There is no excuse for that. There are losses na alam mong they were right there in the end. They had a chance to win those games. But yung mga pagkatalo against San Beda where they seem uninspired, those are the games that hurt Perpetual. And like Mapua, they're better than what their record is. That's what I believe. And I'm a fan of the players that they have. Jello Razon, Kim Aurin, these are guys with loads of potential. Peter Pan Barkuma, first game was good, but the rest of the way, he hasn't been himself.
Yeah.
So I think Perpetual has a lot of problems to figure out, but the good thing is, they're right there in the middle, so kaya pang humabol.
Okay.
And their dogs are playing. Mark Denver Omega, John Abyss, controlling the boards. Kailangan lang nila makashoot ng tira eh. Kasi the system is there. Nakikita natin, even in tight games, the triangle has been efficient and proficient for them. Hindi nila kailangan lumayo doon. And they're the number 1 rebounding team. Nakita natin, 26 offensive rebounds against the number 1 paint defending team.
Okay.
Ibang klase yun. Kasi kinuha na ng rebound. Now it's time for the scorers to convert those shots.
That's right. All right. So after Perpetual, let's go through quickly. Arellano, EAC, and Mapua. Obviously, Arellano had a fantastic start to the season, but obviously they couldn't sustain it. They're now at 4-5 as well. Eto, ano kayang i-expect natin mula sa Arellano? EAC, still trying to find their first win of the season, and Mapua, who won earlier, and San Sebastian. You're right.
Well, with Arellano, they like playing it close. And then they have the chops in the end game because they have a very good backcourt in Shane Menina and Axel Doromal. They have very good offensive rebounders in their big guys, especially with Cade Flores providing the inside punch. But at the end of the day, sino yung magsa-step up? Tatanggalin yung mga strengths mo pagdating ng second round. Si Doromal, makakakita yan ng mga hard show, ng hard traps. So who would be stepping up from the other guys?
I think he just said it perfectly.
Yeah.
For Arellano, for San Sebastian. Okay, so si Bailey's Akot, one of our courtside reporters, we were talking yesterday, and I asked him, who you think is going to be the MVP? And he had an interesting thought. Sabi niya, I think Axel Doromal is a hooper.
Yeah.
When you say hooper, this is a guy, just give him the ball, he'll create. Itchy Altamirano, he's also a hooper to me. So I feel like these guys who have the basketball for both Arellano and San Sebastian respectively, kung maganda yung kanilang pinapakita, their team will play well as well because it starts with them. So these two guys have to come alive. These all-stars have to be all-stars in the second round if they want to make a run in the Final Four.
Okay, and then EAC Generals later, susubukan nilang manalo. Of course, I think that's the main thing for EAC.
Anything
Just
that
get their
is,
first win.
anything that they would do above and beyond what they have shown in the first round would be an A+ grade, especially in this game. They need to look forward to things, especially to get that first win, to get the monkey off their back, and continue to stay and play within the system.
At itong Mapua Cardinals, of course, they're not yet giving up. 2 wins right now. Ang nasa isip nila, hindi pa to imposible. Hindi pa tapos ang
pwede
season.
pa yan.
Pwede pa.
Sweep ang hinahabol niyan sa second round. Yun ang iniisip niya.
Okay.
That's gotta be the biggest comeback in NCAA history if they can survive 1-8 and make it to the Final Four.
That's right. We'd love to see that though. We'd love to keep the conversation going. We can go hours here talking about these teams, but unfortunately, we got to go to the second game today. At ang second game po natin, EAC Generals at number 10 right now, going up against the Benil Blazers, the number 1 team in the league. Coach Hammer and myself will be bringing you along dito po sa laban ng EAC kontra Benil. Pero maraming salamat, brothers. Mr. Pure Business Anton,
Back-to-back games, no?
Rojas and Coach Hammer, Martin
From the
Antonio.
All-Star, awarding, diretso sa panel kinabukasan. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Just like the teams.
Yes.
Just like the teams and some of the all-stars.
Okay.